Sartori, and I'm a practitioner today. Yay! And welcome to morning meditation. So during the next 15 minutes, this is just an opportunity to deepen into spirit within you in whatever way feels right and true for you. So I'm going to read a little passage from this thing called You by Ernest Holmes and let it land. And perhaps as we move into the time of silence, there's a passage or a word or a phrase from this that lands for you, or maybe it's enough to just follow. But whatever resonates for you, I invite you into this time of meditation now. And so just gently noticing how that feels in this now moment. Bringing your awareness to your breath as you breathe in and breathe out. Perhaps even noticing your spine against the chair behind you, your hips in the seat. Maybe seeing what it's like to just rest a little bit more into what is here now. I'm going to invite you to hear these words. I cleanse the windows of my mind, that it may become a mirror reflecting inspiration from the Most High. I do this not with strenuous effort, but through quiet contemplation, through gently reaching and affirming an inward recognition. Today, I walk in the pathway of inspiration. I know exactly what to do in every situation. There is an inspiration within me which governs every thought with certainty, with conviction, and in peace. The key that unlocks the treasures of the kingdom of good is in my hand. I unlock the doorway of my consciousness and gently open it, that the divine presence may flood my whole being with light, illumine my being with its radiant glow, and direct my footsteps into the pathway of peace and joy.
Be at peace. No matter what is going on around you, be at peace. And rise. Rise into love, into light. Rise into the knowing of who you
I cleanse the windows of my mind, that it may become a mirror reflecting inspiration from the Most High. I do this not with strenuous effort, but through quiet contemplation, through gently reaching and affirming an inward recognition. Today, I walk in the pathway of inspiration. I know exactly what to do in every situation. There is an inspiration within me which governs every act, every thought, with certainty, with conviction, and in peace. The key that unlocks the treasures of the kingdom of good is in my hand. I unlock the doorway of my consciousness and gently open it, that the divine presence may flood my whole being with light, illumine my being with its radiant glow, and direct my footsteps into the pathway of peace and joy. And so just noticing how that light is emanating from within you in this moment, and trusting that it is enough right here and right now. And so as a way to close, I invite you to just take a gentle breath in and out, feeling the chair beneath you. And then as you're ready, to just gently let your eyelids flutter open, reconnecting yourself with our shared space here, in person, online. Thank you for allowing me to guide you through this meditation time. Enjoy the rest of our service today, which will be beginning 15 minutes. Namaste.
I am happy healthy, wealthy, and wise. And I know the light of love is shining in my eyes. I am happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. Yes, I am. I am happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. Happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. And I know the light of love is shining in my eyes. I am happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. A little birdie told me life is so sweet. As I listen to her song, I know I am complete. I have all the keys to love, joy, and peace. The power is infinite. Love will increase. I am happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. I'm happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. And I know the light of love is shining in my eyes. I am happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. A little birdie told me life is so sweet. As I listen to her song, I know I am complete. I have all the keys to love, joy, and peace. The power is infinite. Love will increase. I am happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. I am happy, so healthy, wealthy, and wise. And I know the light of love is shining in my eyes. I am happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. Every day I'm happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. Can't you see I'm happy now? So healthy, wealthy, and wise. I'm happy and healthy, wealthy. I am happy, I'm healthy, and wealthy, and wise. I am happy and healthy and wealthy and
Am I strong enough to bear the burdens that sometimes come living this thing called life? Am I wise enough to make the right decisions when I'm standing at the fork in the road? Sometimes I wonder and ponder, only to realize I'm not alone, and there's nothing I have to do on my own, because I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. Will I have enough to do the things I need to do to take care of myself? Will I have the health of mind and body to live a life of grace and wholeness? Sometimes I wonder I'm not alone, and there's nothing I have to do on my own, because I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place where God lives, moves and breathes and has its being. I am the place where God shows up. I am the place. I am the place where God. You are the place. Moves and breathes and has we are the place where God shows up.
Oh, sweet Spirit. Oh, sweet Spirit, help me know, light my way, I can hear it. Oh, sweet Spirit, make me see, this I pray, light within me, heaven around me, soothe my soul, comfort me. I surrender, oh sweet Spirit, I let go, I believe. Oh sweet Spirit, oh sweet Spirit, help me know, light my way, I can hear it. Oh sweet Spirit, make me see, this I pray, light soothe my soul, I surrender, oh sweet Spirit, I let go, I believe. Light within me, heaven around me, soothe my soul, comfort me. I surrender, oh sweet Spirit, I let go, I believe. I let go, I believe. We have come together as a family. We have come here as we are. We have come with arms wide open. We
have gathered here in love. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Raise the roof with shouts of praise. Spirit in this place. We sing in celebration. We sing with words of prayer. We sing with words of prayer. We affirm our life as sacred. We declare that peace is here. Yeah, Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Raise the roof with shouts of praise. Spirit in this place. Yeah, 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 yeah. Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Spirit is in this, Spirit is in this place. Raise the roof with shouts of praise. Spirit in this place. Spirit is in this No matter where you come from, no matter where you're going, here's a place where you can take comfort in the knowing that whether if you come to stay a while or just passing through, this door is open to you. Come and let's be silent. Come and share a hug. Come, let's pray together. Come love and be loved. From the blissed out to the turned out, from the pampered to the abused, this door is open to you. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. The God in us recognizes the God in you. The God in you. Whether you're black or white, gay or straight, Christian, Buddhist or Jew, this door is open to you. If there's some kind of trouble or pain you're going through.
Good morning. I invite everyone to rise and join us for our opening song. Almost. There we go.
we love together. Young and old, we will sing together, together in one song. Come together from different worlds, we are drawn together. In our own way, we can pray together. Together we are strong. I see God in you. You see God in me. One path, one vision, one family. Come together, dreams and hands we will join together to build a place we can grow together. Together we are whole.
Good morning. My name is Jim Soulflow, and it is my good pleasure to welcome you to Scottsdale Center for Spiritual Living, where we teach successful living from the inside out. I'm glad each and every one of us is here this morning. Welcome to those who are joining us in community online as well. If you are visiting for the first time, in person or online, we're especially glad that you've joined us today. To stay in touch, be sure to sign up on our email list. You'll receive our Saturday newsletter featuring upcoming events, classes, and more, as well as our Mindful Monday email, a recap of our messages delivered on Monday mornings. If you're joining us on our live stream today, go ahead and say hello in the chat. We'd love to hear from you. Of course, you can always find us on our Facebook and YouTube channels, watch our live streaming messages each Sunday, and see recordings later on our website at scottsdalecsl.org. Social media users, why not follow us on Facebook and Instagram and check in when you're here at the center? We are a growing and vibrant spiritual community and happy to meet new friends each and every week. And we have a mission, vision, and purpose statement. I invite you to join us as we read that into our service together. Our mission is to provide spiritual tools for personal and community transformation. Our vision is a world that works for everyone. Our purpose is to awaken to our spiritual magnificence, and so it is. One of the ways that we teach successful living is through the practice of gratitude. Socrates put it forth, the secret of change is to focus all of your energy not on fighting the old, but on building the new. Would anyone like to share their gratitude this morning? Something good that happened during the week, or perhaps how grace showed up in your life?
Good morning. Good morning. I'm grateful that I had a great opportunity to be in Hawaii for the last 5 weeks. I love the way I felt. I love everything that I did. I want to move there. I might, but yeah, just grateful for everything that I did and had and felt.
Anyone on this side? I'm grateful that we live in a country where we can make our voice heard, which is a very important week for me. And happy to report that sales on my business are doing very well. Yay! All right, so before I call her up for the invocation this morning, I would like to share a little bit about our guest speaker, Rachel Sartori. Rachel is a Centers for Spiritual Living licensed practitioner and a mental health coach. She provides sacred, set-apart opportunities for people to awaken, cultivate, and integrate the truth of their goodness and wholeness, empowering them to live fully from the inside out. Rachel is in the business of conscious evolution, from living in limitation and fear to living in authentic freedom and joy. She's just beginning ministerial school and looks forward to seeing what Spirit has in store for her future. Please welcome Rachel for our invocation and message today.
Maybe Oh dear. There we go. And join me in a word of prayer. And so it is in this moment that I simply recognize that there is only one power, one presence, one infinite intelligence that is the allness of life itself. And what I know is that it is expressing in, through, and as all of creation, all that is seen and all that is unseen. And so as I stand here, I know that it is that which I am. That I am one in the divine oneness. And as I know this for myself, I know this on behalf of each beloved that is gathered here in person, each beloved that is online, or hearing this service at some future point, that the truth is there is only one. That there is no distance between that which called us into being and that which we are. That it is the very breath that we breathe. And from this place of unity, I speak my word on behalf of this service, knowing that it unfolds in the just right way for each heart to continue the growth and expansion that is being called forth. That each beloved receives what is theirs to receive and has the courage and the readiness to walk it out, to be the embodied love in the world. And so I'm simply grateful for this time. I give thanks in advance for the good that is unfolding. I'm going to simply release this prayer into the action of universal law, which says, yes, it is done. And so it is. It is so good to be with you. And thank you for that welcome, Jim. I am a licensed practitioner. I am from the New Vision Spiritual Living, and it is always a delight to get to be here with you on a Sunday morning. And here we are at the end of March. It's been quite a month. It's been quite a year already from what I hear, the designing your life. What is the theme already? Yes, life by design, right? And this is the month where you've been really leaning into change. That change is the mechanism through which we experience expansion. And that unless we are willing to accept change, we can't actually grow beyond our current experience or our current conditions into the expressions of love, joy, abundance, and purpose that is ready to be born within us. So I'm curious, you've been through 4 different talks on change, and do you have it down pat? Are you good to go? Are you no more issues? Got this change thing figured out? Because I have a little talk here that's ready to go, but we could also just go to brunch. You have my purse there. You want to just go? And online, maybe you've got something else you want to do. No? Oh, all right. Well, Rev Jill isn't here. She might not know. And it was her idea to lean into change, so maybe she'd give us a high five on the other side. Any takers? All right. I'm curious, what came up for you just now as I posed a shift in what we're doing right here? Penny's ready to go. Yeah, maybe you felt a flutter of excitement and a readiness, that possibility. Or maybe you're like, oh gosh, what is she going to do next? I'm a little nervous about what's going to come out of Rachel's mouth. For now, just notice what is present in your thoughts, in your emotions, and in your physical body. And just take a gentle breath in and out. And I suppose let's stay with the topic of change for one more Sunday. Because as it turns out, change presents an ongoing edge of growth for us humans. There's a German psychologist, Nicholas Westerhoff, who affirms new experiences may bring innovation and awakening, but also chaos and insecurity. And so most people dream of novelty, but hold fast to the familiar. Today, we're going to explore the posture of willingness as a way to embrace change and rediscover what happens when we fully surrender to the unknown, which, as is bound to happen, ignites some sneaky fear. And instead of skirting around that discomfort, I was thinking maybe we're just going to turn and directly face it. So, are you willing to dive in with me? Okay, ready or not? Take a moment and consider your experience and relationship to fear. Notice what comes to mind. Maybe a memory lit up in you, a time when you broke out in a cold sweat or didn't know what was going to happen next. Or maybe there's a part of you that's like, oh, fear, come on. Nah, not me. I'm not afraid of anything. When I was thinking about this for myself, a memory popped up from when I lived in Oak Park, Illinois in my 20s. I had gone to a friend's apartment. She lived downtown, and it was in an older building, and I had to take an elevator to get to her floor. And I'm not a huge fan of elevators in general, and this one seemed just a little bit rickety. But as I stepped into the elevator, there were others alongside me, and I thought, all right, I'm going to go for it. Luckily, the elevator got me to her floor. I got to hang out with my friend, and all was well. When I went to leave, I was the only one in the elevator. So I gingerly stepped in, and I watched the doors close, and I took a big breath and just tried to relax as I waited for the doors to open at the bottom. And I waited, and I waited. And then I panicked because I was certain that I was trapped in the elevator and was probably going to be a pile of bones by the time anybody was able to get me out. And I looked for the emergency button to push or something to pull, and frantically I jammed my finger at the doors open button. I thought, maybe if the door's open and it's caught between levels, I'm going to be able to scramble out and get to safety. I'm going to escape certain death. Well, when the doors opened, I was still on the same floor as my friend's apartment. I realized I had failed to push the button to tell the elevator to take me to the ground floor. I blinked back my panic tears, took another deep breath, and pushed the correct button. Moments later, the doors opened and I went on my merry way. Oh gosh, but fear can do this to us. It can be a doozy. It tells us to stop, beware, watch out, so that we can stay alive. The unknown could be death, so don't venture there. Stay where it's familiar, known, and predictable. Avoid the chaos. Avoid anything that triggers insecurity. Stay alive. The thing is, here we are. We are alive. But to what degree are we living? To what degree are we embodying the essence of life breathed into us upon our birth? Does it actually make sense to build our lives bracing against what we are afraid of? In her book, Big Magic, author Elizabeth Gilbert, she writes about fear as a mundane aspect of our personality, not a characteristic of our inherent uniqueness. Avoiding discomfort, chaos, insecurity, worry, and the unknown, it's something we all do. And Gilbert says, you don't get any special credit for knowing how to be afraid of the unknown. You don't get any special credit for knowing how to be afraid of the unknown. Fear's deeply ancient instinct, but it ain't especially smart. Instead, she describes fear as a mass-produced item available on the shelves of any generic box store. And is that what we're really organizing our lives around? In her words, the most boring instinct we possess. Yet this is what so many of us do. We steer clear of different, or we guard against the unpredictable, and we do our darndest to manage conditions that are actually outside of our control. Sometimes we even tell ourselves that to do the different thing would actually limit us, and it's better to just be complacently detached. That to stay the same actually provides more opportunity and freedom, and to change would be suffocating or restricting, or something might go wrong. Have you ever told yourself a version of that story? Fear wears many different costumes, but regardless of what it looks like, its agenda remains the same. Stay small. Stay here. Stay in the known. We convince ourselves to heed the impulse and believe that small is fine and here is good and the known is safe, which it is. But when fear is behind our actions and beliefs, we won't be able to really receive the good or rest in safety or feel satisfied. As long as we are being driven by fear, there will always be an edge of concern. A what if, or when will the other shoe drop? As long as fear is driving the bus, safety is always an illusion. Fear is an essential instinct that has gotten a little out of hand. It's a little overgrown in our neural circuits and is often misguiding us away from our divine impulse towards growth and expansion, the eternal spiraling up. Fear wants us to stay put, but the nature of life itself wants to expand and express to greater and greater degrees. When we overemphasize fear, we limit our capacity to fully embody the possibility alive at the center of our being. The founder of our teaching, Ernest Holmes, talks about fear as misplaced faith, that when we function from fear, we are essentially saying that we don't believe in a power greater than we are to guide, guard, and bless us. In the Science of Mind textbook, he says, God's creative power of mind is right here. We have as much of this power to use as we believe in and embody. The storehouse of nature is filled with infinite good, awaiting the touch of our awakened thought to spring forth into manifestation in our lives. But the awakening must be within our thought. This calls us to pay attention to the thoughts that are back of our actions. If there is any level of fear, we're invited to discern, am I actually in danger in this moment? Or is it just a perception that isn't rooted in reality? Will following the impulse of my fear help me grow in the direction that I most desire for myself? If there is no discernible danger, to continue to follow the impulse of fear is to remain living a limited life. To choose a new path, even when we aren't certain about what comes next, is the way to reveal our greater yet to be. And the truth is, we can continue to be fear-driven for as long as we want. There's no need to actually do anything different. However, what I know about the human condition is that it isn't satisfying to the soul. At some point, we can't help but wonder, is this really it? Is this all life has to offer me? And the answer, of course, is no. Life has everything to offer you that you desire. But as Ernest Holmes tells us, it can only do for us what it can do through us. It's waiting the touch of our awakened thought to be embodied in and live out through us. It's about knowing so deeply who we are as one in the infinite oneness of life that we be that in the world, starting right where we are. So let's just say that you're feeling a little spicy, a bit adventuresome, and you're like, okay, Rach, I'm ready to shift away from fear driving the bus, but it just keeps taking the steering wheel. How do I get it to go away? Well, first of all, I'm so glad you asked. Second of all, I've got some good news and some bad news. Which do you want first? The bad news? Well, we'll call it the news you may not want to hear. Here's the thing. Fear is so baked into us and part of our survival wiring. It may never go away in our lifetime. So when we are hooked to this idea that I just want to never feel fear again, that might not be a reality. The key, however, is to learn to tolerate its noise so that we can discern when it is helpful to follow and when it just isn't, which leads us then to the good news. The fancy functioning of our survival brain to stay alive through fear isn't the end of our neural computing potential. Neuroplasticity is an even fancier function that refers to our brain's ability to learn and to adapt. It's an internal rewiring process that allows our minds to grow and meet new and increased demands. And not just until we hit middle age or we think we're close to our warranty expiring. It's available for everyone under the sun, no matter how many times we've been around the sun. The good news is that we get to be conscious collaborators in our neural upleveling. To get the most bang for our buck, we have to intentionally activate it. Kind of like if you want really buff biceps, you're not just going to think about what they're going to look like or cut out pictures from a fitness magazine about all these biceps that might one day be yours. You're probably also going to need to maybe go and lift some weights. So those of us who have been in the teaching, we know this as treat and move your feet. When we know what we want and we actively move towards it, we begin building the neural pathway that takes us there. In fact, when we feel the impulse of fear to go back the other way and down the path of the familiar and the known, and we don't take it, that sends a surge of energy through our system that teaches us that we can do it differently and be okay. Over time, that old, well-worn pathway becomes overgrown and undesirable. The more we do things in a new way with conscious awareness and choice, the more well-worn these new neural pathways become, over time making it the new default rather than the way of fear. The invitation is to allow yourself to face situations where your flavor of fear is awakened and do something differently. It means showing up mindfully so that you're tuned in to when it happens. And it can also mean practicing in low stakes ways so that you're more poised and ready when it happens. For me, this looks like playing a game called Bananagrams. Is anybody familiar? Oh, it's a fabulous, fabulous game where each player uses Scrabble type letter tiles to build their own interconnected word grid without a board or taking turns. So you start with a pile of letters, and once you incorporate them all into your grid, you yell peel, and you have to take a new letter. Everybody that's playing has to take a new letter, and you have to incorporate that into your board. And then you yell peel again and incorporate that letter. And you continue in that manner until all the letters are taken and someone is the first to complete their grid. The process starts very easily enough. You turn your letters over and you start to see the words bubble up and you fit them together. And then somebody yells peel and you take a letter and you're like, oh, S, that's fine. I can make this word over here a plural. Or, oh, I just drew an F and oh, that fits right under this O to make a. Very easy breezy, right? And then maybe you draw a Q or the fifth I in a row, and suddenly it isn't so easy to just plug into whatever you have going. I love this game because it gives me a low stakes way to practice facing moments when things don't seem to be going the way that I want them to go, the way that I think they should go. And I'm faced with a choice, which, as we've already established, naturally tickles fear. In this game, I can sit and wait for someone else to yell peel and hope that I get the exact letter that I'm thinking of to keep my board going. But I might be waiting for a while, and in the meantime, have a backlog of collected letters that are not getting played. It's limiting my ability to continue effectively playing the game. I can do that. Or I can consider my willingness to dismantle what I have, intentionally stepping into chaos and insecurity in service of experiencing something new. And we have a little footage of what this can look like. Oh, that's so moving, isn't it? Oh my goodness. Grown off, forced, moan. Ah, what? Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, freedom from change. What? Waiting for the tears, waiting for something. Yeah, so this moment of time when we're facing like what is so just might not be working so hot, again, we can stay there, or we can consider readiness to change. Now, in this game, it can feel especially difficult when what I have is impressive and so well constructed. And I can see clearly that if I just drew the T, that everything would work out and I could win. I feel a level of attachment to what is so. And I'm worried that scrambling my letters will put me further behind and maybe I won't sort it out in time. A sort of death blinks at me. Like, is that really what you want to do? Again, this is about touching fear in a low stakes way, noticing the impulse to stay small, stay here, and stay safe. The impulse to steer clear of chaos and insecurity. It's an invitation to consider my readiness and willingness to directly dive into it anyways and see what happens. So willingness. What is this whole thing about willingness? Willingness is about creating space to be with resistance, discomfort, fear, the impulse to react or make wrong. Willingness is an action and an attitude that reveals our capacity to tolerate discomfort and what we previously shunned as intolerable. When we practice willingness, we engage in building those new neural pathways that affirm we can face fear and not be done in. Considering our willingness is a way to bridge the gap between where we have been and where we want to go. It's a posture that can gently hold fear in one hand and possibility in the other, creating an opportunity to consciously choose what happens next. When we practice willingness to be with what is so without reacting from fear, we create space to embrace our birthright of freedom. This is one of the core principles of Centers for Spiritual Living, the organization that teaches this science of mind philosophy. And it says, freedom is the birthright of every individual. We are free to choose and create our experience of life. Freedom is the state we experience when every quality of God, think about eternal qualities of love, joy, peace, wisdom, unity. When every quality of God is activated within us in balance, no push, no pull, no hustle, no discord. When we embody freedom, we rise above our default survival programming into our nature as divine beings. Recognizing freedom as our birthright reveals an opportunity to reframe our understanding about change away from, it's destruction, it's distress, it's bad, and towards a natural reallocation of our resources, energy, of ideas that opens the storehouse doors of nature to shower us with infinite good. Back to my bananagrams board, when I face that moment of things not working as is, the new tiles not jiving with the already placed words, I can remind myself that change is an opportunity to exercise my belief in the good of life and get curious about how what I already have can be reallocated to move me from this place of stuckness to one of possibility. When I make that decision to scramble the tiles, I notice the swirl of energy and affirm my capacity to tolerate discomfort. I take a deep breath and begin the process of rebuilding a new board. And in that moment, whether I win the external game or not, I already know that I've internally won, surrendering the fear and taking another step towards embodying the infinite good of life. In this way, I practice being a conscious co-creator with the divine, embracing that I am always at choice for how I respond. While it's true that change is inevitable, the way we meet it is always up to us. Ernest Holmes says, "Nature will not let us stay in any one place too long. She will let us stay just long enough to gather the experience necessary to the unfolding and advancement of the soul. This is a wise provision, for should we stay here too long, we should become too set, too rigid, too inflexible. Nature demands the change in order that we may advance. When the change comes, we should welcome it with a smile on the lips and a song in the heart." This happens to come from a section in the Science of Mind textbook where Holmes is talking about immortality. But I think it's appropriate to consider it in light of our earthly unfolding. The impulse to unfold and make advances is from the inside out. We actually already have within us exactly what we need every step along the way. Are we willing to trust that and welcome it with a smile on our lips and a song in the heart? Are we willing to release the grip on fear of the unknown in service of our own up-leveling and becoming more than we ever imagined was possible? The other night, I asked my daughter how she feels about change. She looked at me thoughtfully, scanning her memories for a time that change occurred. She described a significant point of change in our lives when I separated from my ex-husband, her stepfather, and we moved out of the house we loved, away from my stepdaughters, her stepsisters, away from a life that we both really cherished. She was clear that she did not want any of that change, but she didn't fight it. I asked her what helped her to accept it, and she talked about feeling confident that whatever happened next would be okay. She trusted it would all work out, that we would be okay. And guess what? That's precisely what unfolded. In fact, if I slow down and think through all the challenging times I've had in life, the truth is that every single thing ended up working out and I've been okay. Okay, not meaning the same as before the thing happened, but okay, meaning stronger, wiser, and more resilient. This gives me confidence that whatever I face now or next will follow that same pattern. I realize I'm willing to drop my impulse to fight and struggle. I'm willing to soften into the knowing that all is well, and all is well, and all manner of things is well. And what about for you? Are you willing to see that this is likely true for you too? That regardless of the challenges you have faced, there is something about your own unfolding through them that reveals you are not the same as before they occurred. That you are, in fact, more strong, more wise, more loving. Are you willing to drop your impulse to fight or struggle against change and embrace the truth that all is well right here and right now? This is my hope for you, to know in every cell of your being that divine freedom is revealed as you're willing to embrace change, opening the storehouse doors and welcoming in the infinite good of life itself. So as we go from here, I have a few spiritual practices if you would like to dabble in this week. And so the first thing is to pay attention to the thoughts that are back of your actions. And if there's any level of fear, pause and ask, am I actually in danger in this moment? Or is this just a... Remember, if there is no discernible danger, to continue to follow the impulse of fear is to remain living a limited life. To choose a new path, even when you aren't certain what comes next, is the way to reveal your greater yet to be. Second thing, exercise your neuroplasticity. Consider your willingness to do something new, unusual, or just slightly different from your typical pattern. What might be your low-stakes way of facing fear and doing something differently? Notice how it feels, that you can tolerate discomfort, and celebrate that you are embracing and stretching your capacity to keep growing and expanding. And number 3, let go of resistance. Slow down, soften, relax, exhale, open your palms, uncross your legs, embody a posture of letting go, letting it be an affirmation of your willingness to surrender into your own divine unfolding. Add a smile on your face and a song in your heart for extra neural programming. I think in this moment, I'm going to actually pause and open it up before we anchor this in with prayer. If there's anybody that has any thoughts they want to share, what maybe came up for you in this moment, and no pressure, but is there anything that is sort of bubbling up for you as we have moved through this talk together?
I like that phrase, conscious co-creation. And letting go of resistance is something I need to work on. Who else has something that they might want to ask or share?
I'm Cheryl. And, it's really hard to let go of fear in the political climate that we're in. And for me, that's a constant challenge because of the unknown that there is and the sense of it's easy to feel powerless. But we had a day yesterday where we could stand up for a different way, and some of us did, and that was good. But it is a continual challenge to handle that sense of fear. And I think the things that you have spoken, Rachel, and that conscious awareness and meditation and other ways we have of grounding ourselves are some ways of handling that. Maybe other people have something to contribute to that too. How do we do that?
I think you named something that's just really true. Like it's front and center. This is a condition that we're being faced with now. And so it can really spark that part of us that is afraid of the unknown and make it feel like that is what is true. And so this is an invitation to think about it differently and to see through the condition that is now and trust that this isn't the end of the story. And that if we're willing to start right where we are and do those embodied gestures of standing up and speaking from where we are, that's what we get to contribute to rippling out what it is that we want in the world. So, thank you.
Anyone else?
Thank you. And so just know that what is stirring for you in this moment is just right. That this is not an end of the End of the story. All is done. All is well. We dust our hands and go on our merry way. This is an ongoing invitation to live and to find our way through in the unknown. So let's anchor our time together in prayer. Join me. And so I take a breath into this now moment. And I recognize again that there is still only one power, one presence, and one infinite mind that is back of all of life, that it is that which hovered over the face of the deep and called all that is, was, or ever will be into existence. And what I know about this one is that its nature is divine love, deep wisdom, perfect order, and freedom of all discord. And I see this unfolding in the conditions of life around me. And when I don't see it, I remember that it is the truth at the back of all. And as it is one, and as it is all there is, I know it must be that which I am. I remember again that there is no space between me and that which called me into being. And as I know this for myself, I know this on behalf of each beloved gathered here, that we are one in the one. And so the nature of the one is alive in, through, and as each one. That we are divine love. That perfect order is unfolding through us right where we are. That deep wisdom is alive here. And that freedom from discord is available with each breath. And so I speak my word on behalf of our experience now, knowing that despite the conditions that we see, we come back with courage to the moment of choice that we find ourselves in. And we take whatever the right next step is for our own unfoldment and upleveling in life, releasing fear, releasing the belief in limitation, letting go of those patterns that tell us to stay small or to stay quiet or to stay here. And that as we do that, and as we take those steps forward that are revealed to us, the pathway becomes clear. Not because we knew it ahead of time, but because our courage to step forward reveals it. And so I know that freedom is being revealed. I know that that is the truth. And we don't have to see the end point right now. All we need to do is trust the next step that we take. And so I give thanks for knowing this, that as I speak these words, it is what is so. That as these words are placed into the action of the law, that it cannot help but say yes, that that is the way of life. And so with confidence and with gratitude, I simply release this word into the action of the law. I let it go. I let it be. And so it is.
float into the mystery. Let go of the shore and let the water carry you. Let go of the shore, float into the mystery. You have all you need, it's all inside of you. Just close your eyes and breathe and know that you are safe. Let go of the shore and let the water carry you. Let go of the shore, float into the mystery. Let go of the shore and let the water carry you. Let go of the shore, float into the mystery. No need to make a plan, your heart will be your compass. Lift your sails in faith and trust that you will arrive. Let go of the shore and let the water carry you. Let go of the shore, float into the mystery. Let go of the shore and let the water carry you. Let go of the shore, float into the mystery. Let go of the shore, float into the mystery. Let go of the shore, float into the mystery. Let go of the shore, float into the mystery. Float into the mystery. Float into the mystery. Let go. Float. Float. Let go. Float. Let go. Float.
I just got to breathe and let that settle in. Be willing to let go of fear this week. Thank you so much, Rachel, for a wonderful talk and that beautiful treatment reminding us that it all comes back to the one and that it's unity. All right. Joining us online today, we've got Kay and June checking in from Payson. We have a whole bunch of people in Lurkers Lounge who didn't say, but I'm guessing that Carl and Nancy are regulars and they're here with us. And I know that Reverend Jill peeks in once in a while when she's away to make sure that we're behaving, despite our encouragement otherwise. If you feel enriched by today's service and would like to support the work we do together, I invite everyone in the room and online to join us in grateful giving. Now, Ernest Holmes says, receiving and giving are doors that open in the same hall. If the circulation of fresh air is to be complete, the door at each end of the hall must be opened. We must share our good in order that it may multiply. Let's see how that works. Now, as I've mentioned over the last several weeks, we've been blessed with a matching gift opportunity. I want to begin with huge thanks to our amazing community. Because of our generosity, we've reached our matching gift goal of $2,500. So with the match, that's $5,000, man. Let's give ourselves a hand. But Spirit wasn't finished yet. Another generous donor stepped forward and increased the match by another $1,000. We have only this week and next to meet that challenge, and based on the latest figures, we need $771 to unlock that second match gift. Now, part of these funds will go towards upgrading our 11-year-old video camera for our online ministry. So if you've been waiting, this is the perfect moment to give. Consider an additional gift of $50 or more and designate your contribution towards the matching gift so that every dollar is sure to get doubled. Together, we can do this. We have many ways to give in person or online, as shown on the slide here, including the QR code and our Zelle address. However you choose to give and whatever the size of your gift, please know that the Scottsdale Center for Spiritual Living is a grateful receiver. All right, I invite you, if you're comfortable, to hold your gift over your heart and join me in our affirmation. I am an open channel through which prosperity flows. I accept the divine flow of goodness, ideas, and substance through me now. I am grateful for my full and prosperous life, and so it is.
Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful, 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 I'm so grateful.
We bless these gifts and the generous spirits who offer them. We honor the love and intention behind every act of giving. May these offerings support the good unfolding among us as we nurture growth in our community and in the world. And so it is.
So it is.
Thank you again for your generosity in supporting our mission to provide spiritual tools for transformation and a vision of a world that works for everyone. And now it's my pleasure to introduce Bert for our closing announcements.
Good morning. Thank you, Jim. Good morning. And Rachel, thank you for the message. Absolutely great. And here are a few closing announcements. If you would like affirmative prayer today, see Rachel after the service or leave a written prayer in the box up front. Our website is open 24/7, of course, for those notes. Remember to sign up to stay in touch and receive weekly newsletter and Mindful Monday recap. Tomorrow night at 6:30, Reverend Jill is hosting the March Art of Living discussion circle. We meet in person here at the center to discuss and integrate this month's topic about change. Our purpose is to have honest conversations about change, to share collective wisdom, and to live this teaching together. We meet each month. This is also a Zoom link for those who are out of town. Email Reverend Jill by noon on Monday to receive the link. Visioning with Reverend Jill is coming up on Thursday, April 2nd at 6 p.m. on Zoom. Visioning is an introspective and reflective spiritual practice where we are all willing to listen and be available and receptive to the information that emerges. According to the author Michael Beckwith, it is not a going deep practice, but a reverent alertness with an expectant attitude of receiving. We live in a field of infinite possibilities and information, and as Ernest Holmes says, infinite intelligence is always broadcasting to and through its creation. The guided visioning process allows us to tune into the broadcast as we listen with an open heart and minds to receive Spirit's highest vision. Led by Reverend Jill, no experience is necessary and all are welcome to participate. Request the Zoom credentials by 5 p.m. on April 1st. To Rev Jill at scottsdale.org. Next Sunday, April 5th, is Easter Sunday, and our 11th anniversary celebration and potluck picnic is in the courtyard. Plan to join us for Reverend Jill's inspiring Easter message about spring and the rising of a new awareness. And Jennifer Sheets will be here for her music next week. Our service will be followed by the celebration of the 11th anniversary potluck brunch in the courtyard. This is a perfect opportunity to invite friends and family to join you and us for a joyous day and community celebration. Please sign up for a dish to share and plan to celebrate with us next week. And we will be right here next Sunday at 10 a.m. for our message, 9:30 for meditation, and streaming live on YouTube and Facebook. Plus, there is a Wednesday night rebroadcast of today's message at 7 p.m. on both channels for your midweek boost. Please stand and join for our closing affirmation and song. I live in peace and share my joy. I am empowered by spiritual truth. Today, I surrender to change, and so it is.
There was a time in my life, thought I had to do it all for myself. Didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. I didn't know the love of God was at hand. But now I can say, if you are discouraged, struggle just to make it through another day. Gotta let it go. Gotta let it all go. Are you listening? You got to let it all go. And this is what you have to say. I release and I let go. Let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I only have forgot. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I only have forgot. Oh, I release and I let go. Let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Oh, I release. I let go. Let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Oh, I am free in the Spirit. Yeah. Do you want to be free? Then let me hear you say yes. Yes, I